Nama Most Noble Sangha, Purgatory Flats Trail at the confluence here. Doesn't look this way in spring. If I can find it, cut to a clip, same place in spring. First of all, thank you for supporting, thank you for sharing, thank you for commenting, even though this is just a feeble daddy's vlog for his daughter when I'm gone. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you and your kind comments and positive input. So thank you and welcome again. This week's vlog, I get to detail my Nordic Maniac Flexibility Routine. This is a flexibility routine I use this time of the year before the sacred snows fall, and it is an instrumental flexibility program that incorporates medium form flexibility. Those students of mine very familiar with that, and then I kind of have a detailed choreography to open up the very neuromuscular tissue that is pivotal to the winter sports. So may this be another arrow in your quiver in holistic fitness. World-class training from a world-class feeble idiot since 1981. Look how beautiful. You know, if you're stressed, if you're anxious, if you're depressed, you know what? Get to nature, because nature is always perfect. And when you learn to empty yourself, empty the mind of the clutter, you reflect your environment. And nature is always perfect. Just look at her. I can actually see some trout swimming in that pool right there. Nature's always perfect. That means you're perfect, with all of your imperfections and all of your weaknesses and feeble qualities. It's okay. We're human. And wow, short precious time on this beautiful planet. So it's way too precious, too short of a time to get chronically stressed and anxious over the outer world. So remember, we're always citizens of two worlds, the inner and the outer. Work on your inner, and the outer will be as beautiful as your inner. Oh, we are blessed, and blessed be your practice. Thanks for choosing to be here now.
I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Drop the top when I'm in it. You know when to click through to the send this about to be a slow beat ride.
The Nordic Maniac Flexibility Routine. Oh yeah. Lying supine, knee squeeze right leg. Swirl the right ankle back and forth, counterclockwise, clockwise, and then coming into L pose. Here, you try to keep your right calf perpendicular to Mother Earth, and then gaze over the right shoulder and ask politely that right leg to extend. And you can use straps, or you can just modify these postures however you want. You don't have to try to keep up with the old man here. Oh man. Carry the leg over midline. This is a beautiful spinal twist, allowing the blades to sink deep into Mother Earth as we then deepen our ujjayi pranayama, that deep retro sinus breath. The lips remain sealed. Here, bringing my right foot into like almost a half lotus position, but it doesn't need to be. Just position that right ankle either above the left knee or near the mid-thigh, maybe up by the hip like I. Now look at how I'm going to use my left knee, maybe even lifting the left foot away from earth and using the left leg as a counter lever to open up that right hip and sinking the breath deep into that right hip. Luscious, luscious, luscious. Now, capturing the ankle, or for you, might be a calf or a back of the knee or even the hamstring, or use a strap. Again, don't push your edge. Just get to your edge, stalk that edge, and then sink your deep ujjayi pranayama breath and soften that edge. After a knee squeeze and a few more ankle swirls, we're going to repeat that choreography with the left leg, using the split screen at home so that you can follow along. So I did the knee squeeze, ankle swirl. This is the L pose. Look at how my calf is perpendicular to earth. I'm sinking again, my tailbone underneath me. Looking over my left shoulder, asking politely that left leg to extend before switching hands at midline, swirling over onto my right hip, and again, politely asking the left leg to extend. Here's the hip opener. In medium form, it's called Chipko, in honor of the tree huggers trying to save the rainforest. And here, again, look at how I'm just kind of finding the edge. Where do I want to settle in and try to open up my left hip here? The breath has now become deep, rhythmic back of the throat, like that Darth Vader breath. Using my right knee once again, my right leg as a counter lever to open up and sink my breath into that left hip joint, getting that synovial joint fluid very liquidy and saturate that hip with plenty of prana, life force. Out of the hip opener, coming into the overhead leg, extending that leg overhead. Now my left hamstring, the origin of it has been like ripped and torn for like a year, so I have to be very judicious, as I hope you will be, on every one of these postures. After returning to the knee squeeze, ankle swirl, sitting up now into a V-sit, and look at how engaged my toes are. I'm pulling my toes toward my ears, and my philosophy here is belly button first, then the heart, and then the chin. And in the split screen, you can try to see I'm trying desperately to keep some roundedness out of my back. I want an elegant spine. Here's the double fist stack, resting my my brow chakra onto that top fist. And then, as my rhythmic breathing seduces me deeper into suppleness, one fist is released, then the other, as I stretch my arms overhead. And again, this can take years, decades. So don't push your edge. Coming over my right thigh, creating a window with my left arm, reaching underneath and through the window with my right arm, and then trying to peer underneath like you've you've opened the window and then you've looked underneath the sash, looking up toward the sky. Breathing openness into the serratus, into the intercostals, that whole thoracic cage opening now. Now there's the modification, staying high, and then sinking back over that right thigh before, repeating same choreography over the left leg now. So, again, trying to get belly button first, then the heart, creating the window. Now here I'm kind of demonstrating more of a beginner type of movement, not too concerned with capturing the toe at first. There's the karate chop of my left arm underneath my right thigh. Okay, now I'm going for that toe. I've created the window. I've reached through the window, and now trying to gaze, peer underneath the window sash as I get that ujjayi breath, delivering the prana, the life force, throughout the entire thoracic cage. Swirling out of the window, over the right thigh again. So that's the end of medium form. Coming into Vajrasana. See, I'm demonstrating a diamond-shaped posture with my legs. And here, I'm practicing the high-performance yoga asana pranayama mudra. That is, with that deep retrosinus breath, I'm taking 3-stepped inhale. Holding the breath way up top in the clavicular region, and then pumping like Kegel maneuvers, Mula Bandha, the root lock, a few times before exhaling, and just surrendering deeper into the pose. So contact me if you want more details on the high performance yoga asana pranayama mudra. It will increase the depth of your suppleness absolutely fantastically fast. So now I'm coming into hero pose. So in the winter sports in particular, a lot of lower leg compartment syndromes happen. So I'm opening up that side calf, the peroneals, gastrocnemius, soleus, and then positioning the bottom of the foot facing the sky. I have just dug my left thumb into a trigger point. Look at my expression, and just foot reflexology, shiatsu style, finding those trigger points in the bottom of the feet. Fantastic. Now, priority here, tailbone under you, and my left knee needs to stay close to Mother Earth here. So you can use a sandbag, you can use a friend, or, clever trick, I'm using my right ankle, lower leg bone, as a sandbag, and I'm going to execute downward pressure through my right foot down onto that knee to keep her down. Meanwhile, I'm trying to surrender my upper body toward the earth, all the while scooping my tailbone under me. So, trying to round the lower back toward the earth, and maybe even interlacing fingers and allowing the arms to come overhead, opening from head to toe here. Look at this. Fantastic. It's like an upward facing hero pose, Urdhva Mukha Asana. So using my right arm to help my body upward, so no quick movements in that vulnerable position. Coming up out of that posture, I'm going to cross my right foot over my left, and I'm going to capture my right knee with my left elbow. Now, I'm looking for that elegant spine. So I'm using my inhales now to try to get my spine flat. Wish it was a little more elegant, but as the decades go by, elegance gets more elusive. But still, the philosophy remains the same for you and me. Inhale, elegant spine. Exhale, deepen into your spinal twist. Here is a more advanced version where I'm trying to capture my right big toe with my left. My right hand is demonstrating Yana Mudra. That is the gesture of wisdom. And then releasing here. And the final posture here in this sequence is once again the half lotus. See, there's nothing more important to keeping the pelvis horizontal, thus the entire spine in alignment, which influences the entire endocrine and the nervous system, immune system. So that's why this emphasis on opening the hips, especially in the winter sports, that really demand a lot from it. So you can position your right ankle on the knee, left knee, the mid-thigh, or as time goes by, maybe hitch it up there toward that left hip. Again, seeking that elegant spine, belly button first, then the heart, and then the chin. Using the high performance yoga, asana, pranayama, mudra, a 3 interrupted inhale, holding, pulsing the root lock, and then exhaling, surrendering. Look at that, just diving deep into my breath now. This is the meditation. This is the pranic saturation. Remember, prana, much more superior of an operating system than the muscle oxygen system. So you got to get behind this deep pranayamic breath. Now here, not necessary, but here you, over time, you want to try to catch the right big toe with the left hand. And look at this clever little how I'm using my left arm and hand to try to fidget the right hand onto that right big toe. And then toe captured, elegant spine. And then exhaling into the twist. Inhale, elegant spine. Exhale, deepening the spinal twist. Yeah, baby. So already at this moment, getting very chronically high, mind in trance with breath and the stretch. Repeating that same choreography now for the right leg. Here we go, opening up that shin compartment, that lateral shin. And then look at how I'm not turned out at the ankle. The bottom of my right foot is facing Father Sky, finding a trigger point. Ooh, digging in there. There's going to be plenty of triggers in there. Triple warmer meridian is a good one. Kidney meridian, they're all in there. And then pressing down on those trigger points in the bottom of the right foot. Now, next meditation. While I keep the left toes engaged, pulling toward my face, I'm finding my tailbone with my mind and scooping her under. And now, priority. Keep the right knee near Mother Earth, if not onto Mother Earth. So here I'm taking my time, allowing the edge to soften, using my left ankle as a sandbag. I'm going to press downward pressure through my left onto the top of the right knee to keep her down. Now look at, here's my mind, scooping the tailbone under, trying to round the lower spine down. Mind in trance with breath seducing the body to softening. There's a lot going on. It's never boring if you just stay aware. Boredom comes from an unawakened mind. You get your mind into the moment, nothing is boring. In fact, there is no mundane, and every moment becomes miraculous in the details of the prana, the life force. Look at this, completely open now. Very, very saturated mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Look how I did. Do you see how I use my hand behind my back? That's very important to help me get out of that vulnerable position. Rocking back and forth, rocking onto that lateral shin one more time before bringing my left foot over my right knee. Here comes that elbow capture now on my left knee. Look at me, search for the breath. Where's the breath? Where's the breath? I need to inhale to elegant my spine. Yeah, I use elegant as a verb. Inhale to elegant the spine. Exhale, spinal twist. I really need to bring my ears back over my shoulders a bit more, but hey, again, as the decades slide by, stiffness happens, and that's why we practice this even more as we get older. So, here's that more advanced toe capture with the right foot, and now coming out and into that final hip opener now. In Sanskrit, this hip opener, this would be Ardha Padasana, half lotus posture. Look at how I'm just cradling it here. No hurry, no worry. And maybe, just maybe, take that ankle onto the top of the right knee. Maybe hitch it up mid-thigh. Or, again, as time goes by, maybe you can hitch that left ankle way up high near the root of the right hip. Look at me, looking for that elegant spine, waiting for the breath, waiting for the breath. Oh, I'm going for that surrendering of the torso over that left thigh. Wow. Just absolutely. Inner attainment is so much more interesting than entertainment. Entertainment means looking outward. Inner attainment means looking within and rising higher. And the only way to do that is to be quiet, be satisfied with self. And that's where the seduction of the spiritual journey comes from. Looks like I've captured that left toe. And now, once again, trusting the breath. Inhaling, elegant spine. Exhaling, trying to squeeze out, eke out just another millimeter of twist. Wow. Okay, I'll probably drop a few of you here, and that's okay. No need to try to force anything here. But as time goes by, here's where I need you to go for the higher energetics to kick in. So here's full lotus. This is floating Padmasana, and now here, this is probably the most exquisite feeling in accessible here for the hips. So I'm just going to play a game here. I'm going to try to take a moment and try to balance. Oh, no way. So I used to be able to hold that. Not so much anymore. And now, opening the forearms here. This is absolutely huge for a winter sports athlete. Look at this. Look at the hip opening going here, the wrist opening. And if you want more, you can try to do floating Padmasana, but not on our agenda here in the Nordic Maniac. Our job is just to keep those hips open, lower back, absolutely channeling the power of the hips. So, again, not forcing here, just breath by breath, trying to eke more opening through that pelvis and the hips, and that affects serially the entire spine. And when the spine is engaged and in balance and aligned, that's how our central nervous system orchestrates harmony throughout all the glandular organic body. Over time, absolutely so beautiful here. Surrendering, hips wide open onto Mother Earth. Wow. Okay, so that should give y'all a lot of practice opportunities. So the routine starts out relatively accessible, and then it kind of builds like you're reaching the end of a 50-kilometer Nordic ski race, or about ready to do a cliff jump for those gravity people of you. It gets a little bit more advanced as the skills allow the opportunity to go deeper, higher, further within. And now, just opening up through the shoulder blades here as I bring my Nordic Maniac Flexibility Routine to an end. Now, each of these postures can be held for a really long time, or you can just flow through it like I did here with just a few minutes needed. Okay? Enjoy, and may this practice be of benefit to you, your goals, and your wholeness. Thank you for choosing to be here now. Namaste.